welcome on back, people. This needs to get turned down. There we go. Okay. Now you guys can hear me a little better. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you all out there. See, it's getting a little more immersive, huh? Just a little bit more. How have you guys been? Let us see. One moment. Hello. I'm making sure things look... I still feel like I should add something. I can't... I'm contemplating. Tonight we're doing some more digital artwork. I'm gonna draw some ponies. Some ponies based on the horses that I have in Star Stable online. So Jimmy quit Adam. Oh, you know what? You're freaking right. You are freaking right. You know, there's a spot. Here, I'll show you guys. There's a spot like right here on the railing that I could add Jimmy Quid, just kind of like sitting there, doing like a little blink, a little smirk, a little blink. That would be a great idea, actually, Neo. Thank you. That would be an awesome idea. Yeah, just like hanging out on the railing. Yeah, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna bring Roscoe back inside. Get back in here. Get back in here. Sit next to me. There we go. Hello, Zilly. Welcome on in, everybody. Okay, I will let you in now. Welcome on in. Welcome. So, you guys may or may not have noticed there is a new item for your stream avatars. Like always, the new items, they are free on the first day, and then the next day you have to pay for them. So the new item is an animated one. It is a cigar. So my avatar down there with the cowboy hat. Oh, there you go. Blade's got it. Yes. So right now that is the that is the only animated item that we have right now so far. I'm not the best at animating, but simple little things like that I can do. So that is available for all of the avatars, all the Vocaloid ones, the cat, the rat, and the goose. And in my personal opinion, the goose looks absolutely hilarious with the cigar in its mouth. It's like, wow. Absolute alpha goose. There's a rainstorm. It's been raining over here too, Zilly. Yeah. So it's been on and off again. And is there a cooldown on? Nope, there's no cooldown on it. But yeah, it's been on and off again. I've been loving it. I'm loving it. Yeah, it means I don't have to like go outside and do a bunch of watering on my crops. It comes from the sky. The sky has blessed us with the rains. We also had wind with it too, so it was like going sideways and then the opposite direction, and it was pretty cool to see. So Mrs. Beanie, my little black cat, we were hanging out in the front room with the window open. It was a nice cooler day today, and then all of a sudden it started pouring, and I was like, oh my goodness. She was looking out the window. It was a vibe. Made Digital Circus Candy. I'm literally feeling so accomplished right now. Wonderful, Neo. I'm very happy for ya. That is awesome. Good, good. I've started working on a new huge granny square blanket with a bunch of the purple yarn that I've gotten. And then I got another Karen cake, the smaller ones. So eventually I'll be crocheting a cardigan, so a little hexagon cardigan. I have to get a bigger crochet hook for it though. My biggest one that I have is I think a 10. Let me see. Yeah, a 10 millimeter. I need a 15. I need a 15 millimeter one, so then I can make my my hexagon crocheted cardigan with this Hocus Crocus yarn. Oh my gosh, I freaking love that colorway. It's amazing. It's very soft. I love the rain and thunder, but no tornadoes. Yeah, man, tornadoes, they are, if you don't know how to like predict where they're gonna go, like their pathway, I mean, regardless of that, honestly, it's like terrifying. So, but yeah, the rain and thunder, I'm fine with that as long as it doesn't the thunder doesn't come too close to my house, 'cause I would like to, you know, protect my electronics. Yeah. So usually when things start getting closer and closer, we just like turn off all of our computers and any like electronics and stuff and kind of just wait it out. So these hello, Yesaya. I know you didn't mean to say insects or insane crawling on me, but you just can't get all these insects. Guys, I saw a freaking wolf spider in the garage earlier. Huge. I don't like them. I don't care that, you know, they can, you know, eat the other insects that we're trying to get rid of. I don't care. I will kill. I will kill. So, yeah. I hate them. I tried to kill it and it's so fast. It skittered away and I got like the chills on my legs because I'm wearing shorts. So it's like I've got the freaking chills out there. I hate them. I hate them. The jumping spiders, the little jumping spiders, I don't have much of an issue with, you know? In fact, I find them kind of cute. But those big ones, yeah, they can burn in hell. I don't like them. I don't want them. Nope. No, thank you. You just use a 6mm hook, Silly, for your cardigans? I have to use a bigger one because this is like the super bulky yarn. And that's what the pattern calls for, is super bulky yarn and a 15mm hook, which I do not have that one. So it's on my Amazon wish list though. So okay. Yeah, 8 legs, no waste of speed. Yeah, absolutely. Especially like when the wolf spider, it doesn't make a web like a traditional spider. It just goes after, it just runs after its prey. It doesn't try to like trap it. It just goes after it. So oh, gotcha, Zilly. Yeah, I'm trying to follow the pattern as much as I can, and so like I have all of the yarn for it, don't have the hook size for it. I'm like, crap. So I'm afraid if I use a smaller hook, it's gonna end up being a much smaller cardigan. So in the pictures it looks super cute, so I'm trying to go with that. But in the trapdoor type spider, what is a trapdoor type spider? Hold on a second. Let me look this up. Hold on a second. What is a trap? What is a trapdoor spider? Do I want to see this? Ah! Ah! I don't like it. Oh no! I shouldn't. Ah! I regret looking this up. The gross, beady little eyes. I hate them. Ew. Oh, ew. No, okay, I'm closing this tab. No, I don't like that. Instant regret. Instant regret. Okay, okay. I'm gonna get into... I have to calm myself down from these heebie-jeebies, I swear. Okay, let me get into my drawing, okay? Here we go. Here's the drawing. Here's the pony. Here's the pony. This is my reference image. So, I recently got a new horse in Star Stable. I got this one. It's another Frisian. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the Frisians. They put out this horse for the year of the fire horse. So I was all like, oh hell yeah, this is my year. They put out this horse and I was like, they're targeting me. They're just straight up targeting me. Because I've got the black unicorn there. I've got the black dragon horse. I've got the Halloween horse. Okay, they knew they was targeting me. I am the target audience for this creature. Look at that, it's got red eyes, man. It's, yeah. So I decided, you know what, today I haven't drawn these horses as ponies yet. So I was like, I'm just gonna do that. It's something simple, something comfortable at least. So yeah. Thank you, Blade. If this game, so these screenshots are from Star Stable Online, and I think it's funny that Wolf and I both play multiplayer, like MMOs that have like star as the first the first word in it, because he plays Star Citizen and I play Star Stable Online. So but anyway, so yeah, that game is where these screenshots were taken from. I logged into it earlier, grabbed these horses, took all the tack off of them, switched into wild horse mode, so it's just the horse. The problem is, though, because I've tried to stream this game, it is so unoptimized. That's another thing that Star Stable and Star Citizen have in common, is that it's so unoptimized that trying to stream it makes it lag so bad. It's so bad. It's unbearable. I might try it again if I can move either OBS over onto a laptop or Star Stable Online over to a laptop, and then do like a capture card kind of a thing with it. That might be how I can better stream Star Stable Online. I would like to. I'd really like to. The game is just so, like I said, it's so unoptimized. It's really, it's yeah. If they were to try to redo this game and make the code better, it would take a long time. So, because this game is built off of really old code. From what I understand, it's like they are making like new additions and add-ons to a house that has like termites in the support beams. Yeah, so type correctly all day. It's been killing me because when I was checking my friends and my messages, there were some grammar errors and other anomalies. Oh no. That's how messed up it was. So I edited it, viewed it, still looked messed up, so I edited again. Did this 5 times for just one message. Well, I hope that your friend appreciated the work that you put into trying to make your message more legible. My best friend has that same issue, and that's how I've started to I started to like kind of translate, kind of like be like a linguist of like the typos. Typolish. I am somewhat literate in typolish. Fluent. That's the word I'm looking for there. Only sometimes, though. Only sometimes. I think it just like kind of depends on the day too. So, anyways, here's a sketch, and I'm not doing like quote unquote line work. It's the same like design pencil brush. Again, it's just relaxed today. It's a Friday. We're relaxing. Okay, it's rainy. It's cold and rainy. We get a lovely break from the disgusting heat. As much as I love the sun for being able to grow some crops, I need a break every now and then because I start to die. I start to absolutely die in the heat. I much rather prefer the rainy, fall-esque kind of weather. If I could have that all of the time, that would be nice. Some sunshine peeking through, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Made a bubble candy so my cane candy wouldn't be lonely. Oh, that's very wholesome of you, Neo. No, and sometimes it's just like that, Yesai. It's just, you know, it's just one of them days. Next week for me, it's going to be in the high 90s and low 100s in weather next week, and I don't want that. Oh my goodness. I hope that you have like AC or a fan or like a working freezer to make ice cubes with. Oh my gosh. That's a disgusting heat. Oh my goodness. Completely unbearable. I could not. Like, melt. I understand I'm wearing like the witch outfit, but like I would melt. Yeah, absolutely. Oh man. Yeah, just to like cool off. Okay, I think I can merge these two here. I'll label it body line. I feel with this brush, it's like I'm a little easier on myself. I don't stress too much about like things being exactly where they're supposed to be. I just, you know, I just place things where I feel like they belong. I feel a little more free to erase things and add things in. You made 8 candy singles today. Wow, you are on a roll there. You are on a roll. Good job. redo that there. There might be a heat advisory issued for next week as well. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, with temperatures like that, I would absolutely think that there'd be a heat advisory going on. Let's see how that looks. I kind of feel like this line here should be lowered a little bit. So I'll do that here real quick. Just lower that. I can go in here. Clean that up. Name for Gangles people, Kane arrived at Jack's Pommy, Kane and Bubble. Oh my god. Yes, absolutely you make a ribbon. I was just about to ask. If you like, why haven't you made one for Ribbit yet? And then Kaufmo. The whole cast. Ming. Scratch. Oh, Gummy Goo? That, you know, I feel like with Gummy Goo's color palette, that would be like a pretty obvious one to decide the colors for. Yeah, here you go again. I mean, hey, if you got the momentum for it, you might as well keep it going, right? Might as well. Just add some little textures in the facial part of the mane. Mane. I should put that as face mane. And then here, this kind of needs to go like behind this part of the neck, because this like is right on the crest of the neck. Hello, Christos. I have been thoroughly enjoying those videos of people coming to the United States and realizing that like they've been lied to about how America is, and just like completely surprised at like the size of like a Costco or a Walmart, the restaurants and like tipping culture and all of that. Like it's been so funny to me. There's some of them that were also like super surprised at the size of the United States, and the fact that like you can drive for 4, 5, 8 8 hours in one state and still be in that state. And then I looked it up too, because I was like, I wonder what the longest amount of driving you can do in California is. It's like 16 hours just in California, from the northwestern tip to the southeastern tip. I was like, oh yeah, guys. Oh yeah. It's big. Is a biggin. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is gonna be 99. I hate it. I hate it. Make it go away. Oh, man. It is. It is hell. I think I've only ever been in like 115-degree weather a couple of times, and one of those times was inside of a car on a road trip. And like, when you're in that warm of an environment, like, you just, it's such a drowsy kind of a heat. It's like, no, I think I have to stay awake because I don't want to like pass out from heat exhaustion. But like, it's so hard to. Sorry, I got stuff going on in the background. Well, they could even get trapped in a parking lot forever. Heaven forbid. That would be terrible. My goodness. Wolf was asking if you could draw hippopotamus phlebotomist. I mean, I probably could. Not on this stream, but I mean, I probably could get like, you know, I could draw a hippo either like on its hind legs, like an anthropomorphic, or, you know, just like on four legs, and give it the equipment that a phlebotomist has. You know, a little like a needle and some blood vials. A pressure cuff or something. I don't know. I have to look it up, do some research. So, build a new parking lot on top of the old one. You become a fossil underneath it. No. Man, that reminds me of there was a shopping mall in South Korea that ended up like collapsing on a whole bunch of people. Ended up like trapping a bunch of people because the owners of the building during construction, they had like cheaped out. They had cheaped out on the construction. And I think what it also was is that they were like they added another level to it, and the columns weren't even. Yeah, we saw a video about it on YouTube. So it might have been the same video. I don't know. Foreigners come to the United States, probably take several hours to get to state. To get to state. While they're from, it only takes 30-40 minutes to get to country to country. It's funny to me. It really is, yeah. And like, we don't need passports to go from state to state. We just, you know, you see those, like, you know, welcome to Idaho, welcome to Utah, welcome to Oklahoma signs, and it's like, oh hey, we're here now. There's a strange smell all of a sudden. Going to Kansas, there's like literally nothing. Flat nothing. Not even a mountain range. Maybe some cows. Nothing. During Korea's economic growth, they cut a lot of corners during that time. Yeah, they did. And people lost their lives because of it. It's crazy though, hearing about like how long some of those people were alive underneath the rubble of all of that. Like, that is sheer determination there. Makes the United States seemingly huge compared to where they are from. Yeah. Yeah, it puts things in perspective. I saw someone describe this World Cup stuff as like when a bunch of cousins from all over the place come together and they've never seen each other before because the parents hate each other. I'm like, yes, that is so accurate. Yes. Y'all have been told a bunch of lies. It's very nice here. It's very diverse. The United States, the back rooms of the world. I mean, like, I would say maybe Alaska is like the back rooms of the world. It's gigantic. People always try to say, oh, Texas is the biggest state. Oh, California is the biggest state. No, it's Alaska. I have been to Alaska before. Granted, I haven't seen, like, a whole bunch of it. I've been to Skagway and Ketchikan and Juneau, cause you know, cruise. But but it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous over there. I am recording a time lapse of this right now as I speak, as you type. I have a little you guys probably can't see it. There's a little pop-up window that shows like a time lapse option, and I have it recording right now. So it just records all of my my pen strokes. Not like everything on the screen. It's just like if I make a pen stroke here, it'll record that. Unless I undo it. I think if I press undo, then it'll just not show up in the recording. So someone from Germany, and he said that where he is, it's the same thing. But I told them that here is every single biome and ecosystem you can think of, and he was like, "No way, yes way, yes." That's the beauty of having such a diverse, set of climates here. You know, we have a bunch of different mountain ranges and different types of landscapes, a bunch of different biomes that are built because of the diverse landscape we got here. A bunch of different topography. Does the app automatically record your time lapse or just the normal recording? So it's not an automatic thing. I gotta set I have to turn on the settings. So I go over, I know you guys can't see it, but there's a bunch of different, like there's like file, edit, animation, layer, select, view, filter, window, help up here on like the top bar of the window. So I go over to file and I scroll down and there's a little part that says time lapse, and I just hover over that and I need to manually click on record time lapse, and then when I'm at a point where I want the time lapse to end, I can just click on export time lapse, and it will give me the option of either having it be like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and then what size I want the time lapse to be as well, like with the canvas. So like for this canvas, it is let me see here, it is a 3840 by 2160, so it's like a 1920 by 1080 but doubled in size. So it's like the dimensions of your desktop So yeah, so you can either have it be like the original, or you can resize it to a square, different aspect ratios, things like that. So yeah. So like the time lapses that you see on my channel, and I think I usually just do shorts for my time lapses. That's all done through this program. So I don't do like the screen recordings, because then you get all of, you know, like me just hovering my mouse here, right? All of this, you would see that in the like a screen recording. But as far as the like time lapse within Clip Studio Paint, it's just the pen strokes. So it's the long version of that. Me and my friend are interested in using that app or software. Oh yeah, Clip Studio Paint is you do have to pay for it. Whether it's like a proprietary license, bless the proprietary license, we love that. Or like a monthly subscription. Blech. I don't like the monthly subscriptions on anything. I don't. But it's a very, very well-rounded program. Okay, so that's the braid that's behind this part of the body. Neck braid, I'm calling it. And then top braid will go on this same layer here. The kick flip. Imagine if the avatar is actually like, okay, I'll do a flip. Oh, for the space, Christus, for like storage space. They've been trying to get me to purchase more storage space, and I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna do it. Actually, I don't think I will. I just go through and I start deleting a bunch of old pictures, you know, and emails and stuff that like I'm just like I don't need. So you pay for wait, what? You pay for Googling? How does that work? Wait, what? How? Why? I have so much confusion. German guy showed me a picture of a double-decker bus where he's from, and I showed a picture of a double-decker bus here in the USA, and he's like, no, we don't have buses that big. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. The only double-decker bus that I've ever been on was like one of those Greyhounds. And it was like a sleeper bus. My travels. It's on a double-decker bus in Hong Kong. I didn't know they had double-decker buses in Hong Kong. That's cool, though. Was it fairly large, or was it pretty compact? Standard size. All right, all right. Okay, there's that top braid. Remove that part of the body line. Oh, actually, I did not want to do that. So I wanted to do that. Okay, there we go. That's more of what I wanted it to look like. I can actually erase right here instead. Okay. Contact me on WhatsApp. Let's Bill Gates or please subscribe monthly. I think that's not legitimate there, Christus. I don't think that would. I think you may have been jibbed. I think perhaps you got bamboozled. So I'm part of the Facebook group for the town that Wolf and I live in, and every now and then we see posts where people are like, "Oh, we're looking for, people to work for us. Contact us through WhatsApp." And I'm just like, no. No. Yeah, he doesn't own Google. You're thinking Microsoft. So Google is owned by Alphabet Inc. And it doesn't have a singular owner. It has co-founders. It has a whole like a voting panel or a board. Larry Page and Sergey Brin. But yes, not Bill Gates. Not Bill Gates. Yes, they have stockholders, yeah. Or shareholders? Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street Corporation. Yeah. If someone is trying to tell you, I'm Bill Gates, pay for Google, pay for my Google subscription, you are getting ultra bamboozled. Yes, what Gates really needs is jail time. Yes. Yes. See, I only ever use Messenger to talk to like my mom or my best friend, sometimes my dad. But I have my Messenger settings set to a way that like you can only message me if we're friends on Facebook. And you can only friend me on Facebook if we have friends in common. And I will only accept it if I've met you in real life and I get good vibes off of you. So, but I have my follower setting turned on, so like even if I don't friend you, you can still follow me. So I've got like 400 something followers on Facebook just because I was like, I don't know any of you guys. Like, we've never met in person before. I can't vibe check you. But you can follow my page. You can't see any of my about info, but you can follow me. Eyeliner. Yeah, and that's the exact reason. Yeah, the exact reason why it was like, yeah, if you can only message me if we're friends. I was like, I'm getting like way too many like weird creeps out there. Like, let me lock this up. So ever since I did that, I don't get weird messages anymore. Even in my like message requests, I don't get them anymore. Gotta lock that up. Finished ribbit making Kaufmo. Good progress there, Neo. Good progress. My string is limited. Oh no. I hate that feeling so much when it's like you have the creative momentum, but then your supplies start running out. Remove that real quick, just temporarily, so that I can see underneath the hair. It's gonna be one of those styles where you can kind of see underneath it. For those who are either young and impressionable or someone who is clinically online. Yeah, I gotta like limit my social media time, because I start getting antsy after a while. I'm just like, I feel like I'm only consuming. I need to be creating. Like I was telling Wolf this the other week. I have like an addiction to creating things. I feel like that's why I collect so many hobbies. I have an addiction to making things. If I sit around too long and I'm just like consuming, I get angry. I get annoyed, I get antsy. All of the negative moods that start with an A. So, you know, I feel it in my bones. I gotta make something. I gotta do something. I get creatively frustrated. Somebody online can release endorphins in the brain, activate or increase their dopamine levels. Right, and you know, like after a time, you have to do more and more and more in order for the feeling to remain, you know, at the same level. Your brain requires more stimuli. like a drug. There's a zine for people like that. It's called Make. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Let me look this up. Let me look this up. Hold on. Oh, okay, okay. That's pretty cool. Brands closely associated with Maker Faire, large-scale event celebrating invention and creativity. Pushes content through its website and official magazine. That's awesome. That is super cool. Thank you, actually, for telling me about that. I've joined a couple of Facebook groups that do makers markets and like asking for critiques on their booths. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, some of these booths, okay, I don't need to talk crap, but like, but I'm gonna, but I'm gonna, okay, because I have here. We'll take a little break, okay? Because like, there's a lot of horses on the screen. That we got a lot of horse going on here, okay? Try to find it. Where did I put this? Hold on a second. Where is this image? I mean, it's not the right one that I'm looking for here. Hold on. Let me go onto Millinote. Not sponsored or anything, but Millinote is a godsend. Keep a bunch of my creative projects up on Millinote. Why did it sign me out? I already have an account. There. Okay. Good grief. Okay, convention booth. I need to download that because I don't know where it went originally. Okay. So I already kind of have like an idea going on here. That like I put up like a little pegboard on these cubes and have keychains hanging off of them. And this is like for a space like within like an artist's alley. And so I've got like some of the things that can hang out here on the table. This is like a garden archway that I can hang things off of, like bags, different stuff like that, things that hang. And then I could have like a banner that goes here on the bottom. And I also already have like this this tablecloth, this table cover picked out on Amazon. All of these things are on Amazon. So, and then like the fairy lights, love that. So yeah. But I joined the group. I was like, okay. What we got here? Okay, so there was one that I saw, and I don't know who was organizing this event. Also, that sucks, Neo. I hate that feeling. I hate it. But so this person went and like they organized this event, okay, and the person that posted this. Their booth, their tent, was placed right next to the bathrooms. So there's red flag number 1. Red flag number 2 it was really difficult to determine like what they were actually selling, because like they had brought their kid, and that's fine, got no issue with that, but like they had more toys out for the kid to play with than the product that they were trying to sell, which I thought was like maybe candles, because they had a bunch of candles on like these teeny tiny little like these art carts, you know. And the art carts, I mean, they're maybe like, hold on, that's 6, that's 12, so like 1.5 feet. These art carts are like 1.5 feet long or wide, whatever, right? Like that's not the full length of like a pop-out table. And they had like a couple of these. They weren't placed together. They were separated, and none of this was actually underneath the little pop-out tent. I was very confused, and everything was thrown about. Like the kids' toys, they had like a Paw Patrol tower that was like just strewn about everywhere. A little like, you know, the little like the kid-sized like scooter was like thrown about everywhere. It was, yeah, like I don't know if this was like their first event or something. No real like theming going on or color scheme or, yeah. So I was a bit confused. Everybody else in the group was like, hey, here's some constructive criticism, don't take this the wrong way, but like, what? What is going on here? So yeah, and then other people, like, their spaces are obviously much bigger than like an artist alley space, because they have like the full size tent area, and some of these people's designs for their booths go in like a Z shape. Well, kind of. It's like, how can I show this? It's like here's the top down view of the tent, right? So they have a table. They have a table like here, and then they have a table, like a smaller table, right here. How do they, hold on a second? How do they have this? It was like, they had it kind of like a Z shape, but from what I remember, it was, I'm trying to see here, like, how did they, oh, that's how, okay, it was like this, and then like this, and this. So like half of their space back here was for storing items, and then like a chair for like the person to sit at. You know, they had like product here like on the side and in front of them and on the side again, and it looked very very appealing, very opening, you know, because people can come up to the booth this way, and then they can go in and they can look around, and then they can go back out. So I thought that was a very efficient use of the space. Because my dad get more string tomorrow. Ribbit broke on me, so I'll redo her as well. That's always the thing with the candy bracelets, is that like there has to be like a foolproof way of getting it fully secured, and there's no like threat of it like snapping or breaking or, you know, any of that. I always have that fear. I'm just like, oh, please don't snap. Please do not snap. Okay, next is the tail. After this, I need to turn the references off. Show the tail here on the reference that I'm going for. It's kind of like the side view of the braid back here. We'll add a little texture in here as well. After the initial quote-unquote line work is put in. I don't really want to call this line work, but it's a cleaned up sketch. I don't know. And it'll start to rotate a little bit too, I think. Like that. And then we have like a little connector, little tie here. There we go. Put these little textures on a different layer so that I can easily just erase what goes out of bounds. And then, like I said, we'll erase whatever is unnecessary here. Okay, merge those together. And then again, on a separate layer, just so I can erase things a little easier. I don't have to be as careful. That's all on the same layer there. Gonna go back to a separate layer and make the connection there. I don't like that curve. So if it goes like this, then okay, there, that's better. Hello, Bilk. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Let me erase this excess over here. And then this excess here. And we will merge these two. Do a separate layer again. I love using the separate layers to have a little bit more control. So I can also adjust this line here. Make it just nice and smoothly transition into the rest of the line work. Sure, what would you like my my opinion on? What is up? How would you feel about a social media platform without numbers? I mean, it'd probably be healthier for people, honestly. I know there's a lot of people out there, like, they get so obsessed with the numbers of stuff. That, you know, like, their tactics start becoming morally questionable. So I think, yeah, that would be probably healthier for people in the long run. I'm gonna get a curve going on in here. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Probably be better for people. Let me see here. Is that actually a better shape? Okay, we are gonna add, I'm gonna get rid of that layer that I just did. I don't like how it looked. I did not like how it looked. I'll do a little erasing in here. Let's see how that, I still don't like how that looks, dang it. Oh yes, this is a horse. The reference is right here. This is a fire horse. It's like, has like an infernal burning inside of it. Internal furnace inside of its body. Thought it was a girl's hair blowing in the wind till I zoomed out. Oh, I mean, you know, this is the tail, so I can totally understand how you would think that. Adding some little textures in here. Okay. Now let me see. I'm gonna add just like a little bit more of the feathering here. I was looking at this earlier and I was like, I need a little bit more here. And a little bit more. You don't see too much of it underneath here, so that's why I haven't put too much. See, like that looks weird to me. So okay. Now I'm gonna hide the sketch there. Put a little bit more right there. And now I'm gonna start blocking in. Oh no, wait. Some of this color here. Oh no. 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 Okay, I need to just very carefully there. Very carefully put this back on. Okay, it never happened. It never happened. There was nothing. There was never anything there. I don't know if these ones are gonna have cutie marks. They're very much based on the horses in the game, and they don't have cutie marks. But like, I don't really know. I don't really know what I would put in for a cutie mark, honestly. Yeah, so I might just leave it blank. I'm gonna put, let's see how I'm gonna layer this. How? I need to lock all the opacity for these layers, and then okay, I'm just gonna start coloring this in layer by layer. So let me get, it's like a bluish black, blackish blue. Like that color? It's a little more. I'm not trying to go like total color accuracy on it. See, when I color it like this, see, like the tail is already getting hidden there. So when I go to clean everything up and put them within the lines, I don't gotta worry about doing too much cleanup. Everything was already ordered properly. Okay. We'll go like that. Anywhere else? I don't think so. Now if I go, nope, see, can't do that. You just gotta be really careful. Hello, Sewer Brat. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. I like coloring in this method. I find it easier, a little faster. Working smarter, not harder. And then I can even erase just like a little bit of this if I wanted to. Yeah. And let me put in the rest of these colors before I start getting to like the fiery parts of it. Have I played R6? What is R6? I don't know what R6 is. Does the R stand for something? Oh, Rainbow Six Siege. I have not, no. When I was younger, I played a little bit of Call of Duty. So I understand the reference. What do the numbers mean, Mason? I get that. I get that. I recognize Captain Price, Soap McTavish. But Rainbow Six Siege, I have not played, no. Okay. So these, oh, well, I mean, actually, hold on a second. I am so used to the scleras being white. They need to be red. Yeah, this needs to be red. This horse has red eyes. I'm so used to scleras being white or black. You know, yeah. These need to be red. Okay. And then, let me see. We're gonna do some experimentation here, see what looks best. Maybe I think it's a lot more frustrating than convoy drama play in the background. Awesome, sounds good. Enjoy a game. I will try to be a nice, relaxing, like offset to the frustration. Oh my goodness. This is gonna be a very demonic looking horse. Here, let me drop some more stars for you. I saw you jumping there, Blade. I saw ya. There you go. I love how your avatar, Blade, is like the epitome of cowboy. Alcohol bottle in one hand, cigar in the mouth, sunglasses, and cowboy hat. Okay. I actually wonder if maybe these eyes are brighter than the sclera. That I think actually looks better. Okay. I'm gonna try to see about a pupil in here somewhere. Yep, the full fit. It was really funny doing all of the placements for the frames for the avatars, because I have to hand place each of the movements. And so going through each of the avatars and like putting the cigar in their mouth was so funny to me. I was like, oh my gosh. Miku smoking a cigar. Oh, this is haunting. Oh my goodness. but I love it. I told y'all, I was like, I am the target demographic for this creature. Okay, I just need to make sure. I'm so used to seeing these be darker. Okay. We are going to use this lighter one. Okay, and then let's go into my softer brush. Hello, Jake. This creature terrifies me. A jump scare coming in. I'm so sorry. Listen, demonic horse is gonna you know, be demonic. You can be mad at Star Stable for that. Not me. Don't be mad at me. Also, welcome on in. Okay, now that I have these locked, I'm gonna start putting in some of those darker colors to give it a nice shade. Not that I'm going into fully shading this right now, it's just to get it out of the way. And also because I do not have delayed gratification when it comes to the eyes. When it comes to the eyes, I gotta do all of this now. Red fading to white makes him look like an emotionally complex character, like someone who's inherently evil but is tired of it. I can feel that, man. Yeah. I can feel that. So this horse actually has like some backstory to it from the game. This is one of those magical horses. Like each one of these is actually a magical horse. So this one here that I'm currently drawing, this one is a unicorn. This one's their Halloween one. And then this one is like a dragon one. I love all of these equally. Some more than others. But that's besides the point. But yeah, each of these all have like their own like story and like lore to them, and each one of them can transform into a regular looking horse. These are just their magic coats, and I'm drawing them because I'm like, they look cool, especially this one that's the newest one. So kind of horses, the ones that will get you are the magical. Yes. Yes, they knew what they were doing. Okay, they knew what they were doing when they designed this one. Okay, this, like, all of them, they knew they were targeting people like me, the people like me who are almost 30 still playing this game. Because we've been playing it since we were in high school, okay? We've grown up, and we want something that's a little, you know, edgier, a little darker, okay? This game is like originally meant for kids, and on some of their quests these days, they have to put a warning of like, hey, this might get a little spooky. Like, if you need a parent with you, feel free to get a parent or a guardian. I'm like, my brother in Christ, we are almost 30. Some kids nowadays are too. Yes, actually, yeah. Especially with the way that like some of them treat like their teachers or their parents and stuff. I tell you, that soft parenting crap does not work. No. It's terrible. Speak magic horses that require parental consent. I gotta look up this game. Star Stable Online. That is the name of this game. 36-year-old half-sister still plays Neopets. I saw that Neopets was looking to make a comeback. You know? Fingers crossed. Stay in my age group. You know, play it safe, stay in the age group. Yes, spare the rod, spoil the child, yep. And those kids, they end up like becoming adults that are so like still stuck in their entitled childhood, that other adults will have to come in and do the parenting that wasn't done to them when they were children. Like, eventually it will catch up to them. So, you know? Well, and like, I was spanked and given hot sauce at times, you know? Like, you learn. There's, I think, a threshold. There's a threshold. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it, honestly. Like, you know, it's one thing to be, like, beating your kid. It's another to be like, I'm gonna give you some swats on the butt because, you know, you deliberately, like, did not listen to me. So, you know, like, that's just, like, that's consequences of your actions. If they don't learn consequences to their actions, they'll end up growing up, you know, into an adult that, like, the system will administer those consequences. That's, you know, yeah. It's called prison. Like, the judge will spank them with the law book. That's gotta be frustrating, Jake. Like, it's... Because you would think, right? You would think with age comes wisdom. Not so. Not so. Yeah. But yeah, I've seen like too many like clear as day examples to prove to me that what I just said is true. Okay, I used to work fast food. I have seen it all. Well, most of it all. Grown ass people acting like children. Very misbehaved children, I should clarify, because I've had to babysit children that behaved better than some of these adults that I had to, you know, experience as customers or as coworkers. So they don't last long ever. I'm more concerned with who hires them. Yeah, because those are supposed to be people that are representing your company. Let's see, we are going to put all of... unclip that, put it in there. There we go. And now I can add this. I have to tell myself, like physically tell myself, I am not doing the shadowing or the rendering right now. It's just the eyes. I am a sucker for the eyes. And you start getting into like the shadows and the glowy bits. I'm just like, oh, it's so nice. I can't stop myself. Some people, some places let them act the fool to keep from getting a label. And then, you know, the respectable customer that would have frequented your establishment is now deterred. Now they say, you know what? It's a hassle. I might, you know, get into a fight. I might be injured. You know, it's now an inconvenience for me to go in to this Walmart and try to buy a pair of socks. And now I, you know, oh my gosh, put my hat on. That's when you know I'm done. I've gone and put my hat on. You know, because like I experienced that at a Walmart in Alabama. I was like, you know, big city Alabama Walmart. I go in there, you know, looking for some last minute supplies for my cosplay. And I go in there, I'm like, all of the socks are in sock jail. I have never seen this before. You know, my town that I moved from, small town, didn't have sock jail. The Walmart here in this town doesn't have sock jail. I go to the big city. There's a sock jail. I'm like, why? What is happening here? Heaven forbid, you know, someone be in a rush and they need a pair of socks. And then they got to go and find an associate, if one is available, to go and unlock it. Yeah. Same thing with like the shampoos over there. I was like, this is weird. Why? Why these items? You know? So, yeah. And I don't want to just spend some time with family or children because they are very wild. Yeah, and you know, again, like people are gonna have to deal with that eventually in life. I'm trying different colors for the light here. Those people will end up growing up into adults, and the system will end up disciplining them. And other people will suffer for it, you know, before that. Something's got to get done. A change needs to be made. Okay, we need to be better. We need to be a better society. Vote for me to become the next president. Oh my gosh, I would never want that. Oh, what a pain. Oh my goodness. What a freaking pain that would be. So that we all live in a low security prison trying to get like deodorant because we won't put people who need to go away in real prison. Yeah. The envelope has been pushed too far, in my opinion. Let me change the hue on this eye glow. I just want to see like what looks better. What looks better here? Thank you, sewer rats. Smacking the kids in the back of the head too much. Maybe maybe they will straighten up next time. Yeah, I mean, like you can pray for them too. That like, you know, they have like a realization of like, wow, like my behavior is cringe. Maybe I shouldn't act this way. Perhaps I'm cringe. I honestly think that this color is probably the best one. Sorry, I'm playing around with different colors right now. Well, we'll just go with that one, honestly. You're writing me. They'd be like, who is this little Euphie person? What? You mean the character from Final Fantasy? I agree, Blade. I agree. Yeah. Honestly, I think that, like, I think some of these issues came from the removal of home ec from schools. You know, we don't really do the I mean, at least when the high school that I went to when I was in high school 10 years ago, 11 years ago. That's okay. I gotta suck in the wrinkle. Okay, I'm not that old. I'm not 30 yet. We didn't experience the flower thing. The flower bag with the crying monitor, whatever on it. We didn't have that. We didn't have the egg to take care of. There was no like home ec class, right, where like you learn to take care of the kid. This you do some like sewing. We had a cooking class. We had foods for life. So at least we knew how to make, you know, spaghetti and eggs, how to use a toaster, like, you know, what the ingredients in you know, a recipe for cake, what that does, you know, the egg, you know, binding ingredients together, and, you know, baking powder versus baking soda, what the salt does, like all of that stuff, right? But like taking care of child, we didn't have a class for that. And I think that some of the people that like are not responsible enough and nurturing enough to be parents, I think that the absence of that class, that like if they would have taken that class, if it would have been a requirement or made available as like an election or anything like that, right? If they had taken that class and then failed it, maybe that's like a, oh, heads up, you know, snapping of the fingers. Perhaps I, you know, am not, this isn't for me. That, you know, having a child is not for me. They didn't have that realization that like, yeah, you didn't pass the class. Your egg is broken. Your flour bag is broken. All of the crying and the, you know, like having to take care of it, you know, it's not for you. And that, you know, at least you're not involving like an actual human life into it that didn't ask to be born. None of us asked to be born. So, you know. I just realized I didn't put in little textures into the hair here. I need to do that really quick. Otherwise, it's really gonna bug me. Yeah, that's really gonna bug me. I have my fixations that I need to fix. That's why they are fixations. Okay, now there's some texture in it. I'm fine. I can stop freaking out. Is the mane gonna be red? It's gonna be black. It's gonna be black like this. This, I know it doesn't look like it completely right now, but that is this one. So After I get all the rest of the colors blocked in, I'm gonna try my best to get this part on here. I think it's gonna look sick. Like, not like it has an illness. It's gonna look cool. They do have some magical horses that, like, in my opinion, they look like zombies. They look like they like sick. We need that in civics to be mandatory again. Can I get on you when I vote write you in for president? Oh my gosh, what was the name of that the lady that's on the, like, the We Can Do It poster? Rosie the Riveter. Imagine that, but it's my pink purple haired character here when she's doing that. We can do it, I think. We might be able to do it. Oh man. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. Ah, jeez. I'm gonna make it just a little bit darker and a little, I think, that color. It needs to be warmer. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's try. Make that the slogan. We ball. Can you guys imagine the kinds of like campaign slogans that that we're gonna end up seeing when more of Gen Z starts to like run for president or vice president or congressmen and women, like you thought the White House's meme gang was seeing a resurgence. You have no idea what it's gonna look like in the future. And a bunch of Gen Z and Gen Alpha in there. Oh man. You haven't seen brain rot. Listen to me, I'm from the future. You haven't seen brain rot like I have. Oh my gosh. And Gen Z, well, from 1997. 97 gang! AA! To 2005, we're all right. But yeah. Yeah. Like, me personally, like, I'm technically part of Gen Z, but I'm part of the older guard of Gen Z that, like, I didn't grow up with, like, a tablet in my hand. My first cell phone was a track phone in middle school. Like, I didn't have a smartphone growing up, you know? I had, you know, my first, I guess, quote-unquote smartphone, I think, like, halfway through high school, maybe? It was, like, a Google Pixel 3. So you know, I feel very strongly that like I'm somewhere in the middle of Gen Z and millennial. Too old to really fit into Gen Z, too young to really feel like I'm a part of the millennial class, you know. Yeah, the future is scary. But yeah, no, we got that we got that like strong support structure. If you believe in a faith, if you believe in God, He knows ultimately what's gonna happen. He knows we're strong enough to survive through it, to keep us here, to keep us going. I got my first one 2016. Oh wow. Was that by choice or because of like availability or age, or what was your reasoning for getting one in 2016? Smart somehow still works. See, they don't make stuff like they used to. Okay, I remember having one of my smartphones. I can't remember if it was the Google Pixel or if it was something else, had those removable batteries. And so I would have like 3 of those fully charged up. And when I wanted to, you know, when I was like on the go, I could just pop the dead battery out and put a new one in. Mind you, it would have that like electrical smell to it, but you know, the phone ain't dead. So Motorola 4Z, oh my goodness. Now these horses don't have eyebrows, but you know, we're doing the spirit stallion of the Cimarron method there, giving them some eyebrows for expression's sake. I'm gonna go down here first. My first one was the home button. Oh, that's another thing, honestly. Like I don't see a lot of households using like a standard home phone anymore. Everybody's got their own individual numbers. Now, before I had a cell phone, I was, you know, calling and texting people on my own cell phone. The home phone was how me and my friends were able to talk to each other. Do we buy a new phone when the battery goes? And that is why I do not let my phone charge to 100%. I have it charged to 86%, and then it caps. Because if you have it charged to 100%, the battery goes out faster. The more you know. So my trip to my aunt's house across the country. Ah, gotcha. I see. Did I twirl the cord? So mine did not have a cord. It was a wireless home phone. But I'm sure if it had a cord, I probably would have twirled it, because I can't. My hands cannot be quiet. I need to be doing something with my hands, like at all times. Even when Wolf and I are watching anime, I've usually either got like my phone in my hand and I'm like scrolling and, you know, still somewhat paying attention, or I'm crocheting. I feel like I pay attention more when I'm crocheting, because it's not another screen in my hand. People on the home phone as well, like old friends and family. We could only call people one at a time, and this is for 2 or 3-way phone calls. Yeah, you have to prioritize, you know, and have, you know, a one-on-one conversation with people. That's the other thing that I think the amount of like social media and screen time that's kind of been like normalized has sacrificed the attention spans for like one-on-one like intimate conversations. Because you see that a lot with, like, you know, the younger people that are, and then, like, this also happens to older people too. When you see people out on like dates and they've got their phones out and like not really talking to each other, but like they're kind of like aura forming each other. I think I'm really gonna need that gun. Hey man, we got 2 options. You got a Glock and an AR-15, but the Glock is just labeled pistol, so. Okay, I'm gonna make the brow color a little bit darker. Yeah, that's what I'ma do. There we go. Okay. Using FaceTime and 3-way calls way before me, and I didn't even know what this stuff even was growing up. Yeah, it's like completely alien to you. Okay, these are like a golden-esque color. I think I'm just gonna eyedrop tool. I'm just gonna color pick it. Okay, and it fades up into a red, it looks like. Just a little bit. I was 5, but did not grow up using a phone or iPad like people say. I didn't even know what MySpace was, or even the early days of YouTube either. Oh my goodness, the early days of YouTube were so wild. It was so wild. Every now and then you come across a video that was like, okay, this is from the olden times. This embodies the olden times of YouTube. It's a little bit rare these days, I would say. There's still some videos out there that like you come across and you're like, oh my goodness, this is gold. This is exactly what YouTube was meant for. Let's see. I'm seeing more of this at the very bottom of the feathering. But yeah, I mean, I miss that time, honestly. Like, there's parts of me that miss it, parts of me that are like, I'm happy with, you know, the availability of videos and the features. But I think it's the culture. I think I miss the culture of the older YouTube. I think that's what my heart longs for. My heart longs for the olden YouTube, but keep all of the features that we have these days. I'm gonna grab this red color because I just need to be able to see this as I'm applying it. Actually, I don't know why I'm trying to do it this way. I'm gonna go there, there, there. Hello, Aubrey. Welcome back. Good to see you. I was 13 years old. I thought that Facebook was the only social media platform out there because I kept hearing people talk about it very often. Yeah, it spread like a word of mouth. Word of mouth. And it was kind of like weird at that point. At that like if you were part of that target age group to have a Facebook, it was weird to not have a Facebook. These days, though, people are like, "Oh, you have a Facebook? What are you old?" I'm like, no, man. I just, you know, I grew up in this scene where that was kind of like a normal thing to have. Okay, this will get faded out like that, and then that in there. Let's see, by the time that we get up to the elbow here, same thing over here on this side. You know, I have 4 screenshots of horses here, and I think I'm really only gonna get this one and maybe the sketch of another one within this stream. It's like, I'm not complaining. I'm just coming to the realization of like, it's probably just gonna be this one and then like the sketch of another one. I think I'll just do like very, very light shading and some highlights. Not a lot though. It's all I heard growing up. Have you been on Facebook lately? Have you seen what this so-and-so person did on Facebook? Oh, this person poked me. Oh, this person poked me. No one pokes anybody anymore. That's the crux of our issues as a society. Nobody pokes people on Facebook anymore. Oh my gosh. What have we come to as a society? Came out in my early 20s. All my friends had it. I stood strong in my conviction that it was stupid. Talk to me in real life. Poke me in real life. Oh my goodness. The Zuck never got your info. You were Zuckerberg free. That guy looks like a freaking alien. That man is not real. He's got weird anatomy. He's got a weird face. He looks dead inside, okay? I swear Mr. Beast took some pointers from that. They're the same species. Alien. I was kinda thought Twitter was a trendy social shopping app. Oh my goodness. I think the first time that I heard about Twitter, I was like, what is this? Social media for birds? Is this a joke? Is it just it's for birds? No, there are people on that site. Real people. Yeah, he's an AI. he's an AI. All gets clipped there. Oh no, what happened? Oh, okay. That's why. Okay. Now I can add the red. Luke's wife is a bit out there too. Yeah, she'd have to be in order to be married to him. Yeah. I was like, I want to shop on Twitter one night. I wonder what kind of bird clothes they have over there. You know, it's just all for the birds. Okay, let's see here. How do they do this? They've got it all the way down here and here. Oh, I need to move this right here. And then it goes all the way up to this part of the neck, it looks like. Oh, and then inside the nostril and inside the mouth too, there's this glowing red. Let me put that in really quickly. Oh, it's locked. I was like, why is it not applying? It is locked. That is why. Okay. Saving, having some water really quick. Make sure you take some sips of water if you have water nearby. Am I the only one that really likes that feeling of like cold water, and sometimes even like warm or hot water entering into the the stomach? I think that's really weird, but I like it. It's a nice reminder. Oh, that's right, I have internal organs. There's a temperature difference. Actually, somebody learned human emotion better than whatever model Zach is. I can't imagine being married to him. Yeah, me neither. Yeah. I think it'd be exhausting. It'd be exhausting hearing about, you know, the stuff that he talks about all the time. It'd be like, can you perhaps get a life? Have you no, like, passion towards anything useful? Okay, let's see. Let's see how color picking from here works. No. Need a little bit more pigmentation in here. And then we'll have to put in the shadow of the bones. There's some bones going on there. Some orange. And then yellow for that glow. She got that glow in her. I thought Instagram was for grammar and you take pictures of school stuff. I thought it was a school thing growing up and every student had it. Oh my goodness. Instagrammer. Instant grammar. You know, but I can understand how you would think that though. There's none on the back legs. That is for sure. Jake, you've won the Battle Royale. Congrats. Congrats. You know, I think it's actually this color, but it's faded a little bit. That's why. Okay. I want a little more red inside here. A little more pigmentation. Okay, so let's see here. I do like this horse's design a lot. It's just getting it in there that is gonna kill me. Glad you actually you got to experience OG Roblox though. Hopefully there weren't as many weirdos as there are these days. Okay, you do see like a rib cage. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to like get all of these little designs in there, but in like a simplified way. Okay, then this kind of gets faded out a little bit. Such a cool design. Okay, now for the feathered parts down here. Make sure that's locked. Add some red. And then make sure it's some yellow in there. And then there's a very bright, like reddish orange. That's some of the tips. I kind of want to put that underneath the feathering. Yeah, like that. Like that. Then I can further apply that there. Okay. Just giving it a little look over. So I just now realized what your name is. Oh. So that so yeah, there's okay. I can understand why there'd be some confusion. Okay, so my artist name is Lil Euphie. The character that you see on the screen, the one that's moving here, that is Vivian. So the character's name is Vivian. My artist name is Lil Euphie. I can understand the confusion though. Adding a little bit more red there. Okay, now we'll do some coloring of the line work. Make it a bit softer. I like having colored lines. It makes things, like I just said, it makes them softer. And then also, this is a mare. This is not a stallion. This is a mare. And you can see a little bit there. There's some glow of the red on like the like eyelash. So I need to add that actually in here. So the eyeliner. And we're gonna add some. We're gonna add some I can spell lashes there. I can spell. I swear. Okay. Lock that. And then here. Hide these really quick actually. I'll do this. And that there. And then we'll also fade it. Oops. We'll fade it into the body line color. That, and then I'll do a little bit of that too. There we go. Okay, now the hair. Color pick that. Make it just a little bit darker and a little warmer as well. Need to remember to put in the little light dot when I get to it. Neck braid and the tail. I don't see any different color for the ponytail holder or the elastic. I don't see that. So I'm gonna take some creative liberty and I'm gonna add that in there. I'm going to take a dark red and I'm going to go in here and add that. I feel like there should be. Right there. And there. Don't forget, you can also you can individually duel people. Yesaya won. Go in here. Is there a way? Where is the? Here's the body line. There we go. Okay. I'll go into here. Get this color. Start very carefully. You know, I need to do this on a separate layer. There. So it is easier for me to undo any of this, or better control it, honestly, I should say. Better control it. That color. Fade that in. I'm the Grand Range. I need GG. There we go. Nice line color gradient. I do think that these can be combined. I'm gonna lock that and put a little bit more of a red hue in here. There we go. Okay. I'll do the same thing. Go over to the body line. gonna do some color picking. Start airbrushing some of that in. Go over some of this. And then with this color here, use a regular paintbrush. Same right over here. Yep, sometimes it goes that way. Sometimes that be the way she blows. I saw a video recently of I guess there's a Pirates of the Caribbean ride in the Shanghai Disney park, and it has Davy Jones in it. All of everything from like that movie. I think it's Curse of the Black Pearl. And a lot of it is not like, it's just screens. It's just a bunch of screens. I don't know if it has the same, like iconic smell of the original Pirates of the Caribbean ride. But I like the original. From what I saw in the video, I like the original more. So I'm not the biggest fan of all of the screens inside of the attractions. I like the practical effects more, Call me old-fashioned or whatever, but I like the practical effects more. Like, even inside of the there's a ride called, I think it's like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train or something, and that has a lot of screens in it. It's very animated, but there's a lot of screens. I like those old-fashioned dark rides with the real-life props and stuff. I don't know, man. It looks more natural to me. It looks more natural. This is kind of shading. Kind of. In a way it is. I'll go over to the tail. Do a little shading there. Yeah, I do think the original was awesome. I agree. And also you can be a millennial with me instead of Gen Z. Yes, we identify as millennials, not Gen Z. We do not claim the Gen Z. You're right. Why do I want screens on a right? I see them all day. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy though, because like there's a lot to the Disney parks now that like if you don't use your cell phone, you're gonna be waiting in longer lines. You know, and it's just not as like convenient. They've made it inconvenient to not use your phone so much in the park, which I think is wild to me. Like, why would you try to, you know, make things like super immersive if you're just gonna be on your phone? You know, like I think it's kind of counterproductive. It's counterproductive, I say. Okay, so let me put in another little eye glow, because I like putting in multiple eye glows. Little glowy bitch. Why is this not... Oh, because I'm, okay, using a too dark of a color. That is why. Go back over to tonal correction. See how different colors look. Copy and paste this and transform it down. About right there. Merge that. And then I want to kind of like fade it a little bit. There we go. Now I can, if I want to, because they're on separate layers, I can move this to be over here instead, which I think I will do. Okay, there is that. Sunny, as my son, I've never been to a Disney park. Honestly, it's a bit overwhelming if you don't know, if you're not with someone who knows, or if you're by yourself and you don't know, like, you miss a lot just because of how many people are there. And like, there's not really even like the existence of a slow day anymore, because there's so many people that are like, oh yeah, well, Wednesdays are the slow day, so we're gonna go then. There's so many people that have that mentality that it's not, Wednesdays aren't slow days anymore. They're just a regular, you know, kind of like a traffic day. You know, it's yeah. We don't really have those anymore, so yeah. And everything's so expensive too. You have to be like saving up for years to go to a Disney park and like really, you know, I guess like be like immersed in it. So and then the other thing too, that like I was not aware that this was a thing until, you know, me and my family got there. This was for Epcot and Disney World. I don't know if Disneyland has this. It would make sense for them just to do it all across like all the parks that they have. But they have the fingerprint scanners. And that I didn't like. I did not like that. I was like, what are they gonna do with my fingerprint? Like, this feels very weird. Especially like, you know, when you had like the COVID era and stuff. Like, okay, like, are they sanitizing the little fingerprint scanners like all the time after every single person, you know, scans their fingerprint? Like, it's a little weird to me. For getting into the park, Blade. For getting into the park, because they want to make sure it's really you, that, you know, like, your fingerprint is then attached to your ticket. So anytime that you enter into a park, you have to scan your fingerprint to validate your ticket, because there's, I guess, people out there that they will give their ticket to somebody else, but then when you scan their fingerprint, it doesn't match up with the ticket. So it's just like, oh. I think it's really weird. Really, really weird. There are ways that you can get around it. You don't, like, if you go over to, I think it's like guest services, you can show them like your driver's license, and then they attach that to your ticket number. It takes longer. They make it really inconvenient to not give your fingerprint. Gonna make the pandemic sound like World War Z. Perhaps not. There weren't any zombies, but for a lot of people, that social isolation was debilitating. So the inability to, you know, just perform daily activities as usual, you know. I suppose in some places it wasn't such a drastic thing, but for a lot of people, I mean, like, what was common sense to a lot of us was punished. Like, I had a job at a retirement center, during COVID. And I mean, I ended up getting fired because I didn't want to listen to the instructions of my boss, who was, you know, trying to cut corners with cost, and wanted me to deliver some, you know, spoiled produce to an old person. I told her, like, no, this banana's got mold all over it. I'm not gonna deliver this. You know, and you think that would be common sense, but they're trying to, you know, they're trying to save on money. And so she's like, oh, no, it's fine, you know, they're old, they won't notice, just scrape it off. Like, no, this is bad. We can't be doing that, you know? So, but what you would think would be common sense, you know? It was a weird time, man. It was a weird freaking time. I also fought them on, you know, not wanting to wear a mask that, like, I had seen someone already wearing that day. And they went and they put it in their little, like, you know, sandwich bag that the mask came in. These were all handmade masks by some random person that dropped them off at the facility. And so we had a hello, machinist, bratty girl, and Spank. I have a feeling that I got the raid from Wolf. Welcome on in, everybody. I'm having a tangent right now. I'm having a tangent. But yes, we had, like, these handmade fabric masks that whoever dropped them off, we weren't informed of who they were, if they worked for an organization, if they wore gloves while they made these masks. You know, it was just random person dropping off masks. I was like, okay. So we had 2 tables, one with new masks that were laundered, they were clean, put in little sandwich baggies, put out on the table. And then we had another table where if you had a soiled mask, you would put it back in that sandwich bag and then put it on the soiled mask table. Well, I see this person, other employee, put their soiled mask on the clean mask table. And one of my bosses is trying to get me to wear that mask. And I'm trying to tell them, like, no, this is a soiled mask. Like, I just watched this person. They're like, well, you need to put it on. And I'm like, why don't we have surgical masks? Why don't we have disposable surgical masks for people? Because also these fabric ones, I can barely breathe in them. What is going on here? Why do we not have the surgical ones? Right? So I ended up making my own and bringing it with me to work. And then they complained and they ended up writing me up and firing me for bringing my own handmade fabric mask that I'm washing myself. Like, it was so stupid. It was so stupid. I'm still heated about this. And you know what? Even with people wearing the masks, people would still get sick because they traded in, we're just gonna wear a mask, and they traded that in for washing hands. They would still cough into the mask, and those particles would go out the sides. Like, within the food service industry, you're really supposed to be washing your hands for at least 20 seconds. You go from fingertip to wrist, getting underneath your fingernails, you know, all of the nooks and crannies up to your wrist. And one of those days that I was working there, we were short-staffed because, of course, people got sick anyways. And I'm over at the sink and I'm washing my hands. And one of my bosses, she's like, can you hurry up with that? We need this food ran out to the dining room. And I looked over at her. I was like, we are in a pandemic right now. And I am like only 5 seconds into washing my hands. Like it needs to be 20 seconds. What, like, so all of my trying to follow proper procedures was met with pushback for the sake of cutting corners. And then I was fired for it. So it's like, wow, I was fired for following proper health code standards. That's, wow. You would think that common sense would have also been implemented during times like that. But no. People went into actually insane mode. Anyways. Rant ended. If condoms works as well as mass stage children would be out of business. Yeah, exactly. Yep. They would have some issues on their hands. Yeah, it's not so common, Blade. You would think, but no. Depends on who you're talking to. And when you're talking to them as well. Climbing Brooklyn Bridge and facing people. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that is all in its own folder there. Putting on some very light shadows just to get an idea across that there are some shadows present. It's very soft. It's very faint. That there's still something going on there. I think a lot of people worry, Asaya. Oh my gosh. I need to stop using the freaking numpad. Unless I'm trying to like toggle some stuff. One day I'll get it. It'll stick in my head. Yeah, I thought that was stupid too, Blade. I was like, what? And some stores still have those stickers on the ground. Like they just didn't bother trying to get them back up, or like they couldn't. Like it's like fully adhered to the floor. Aren't they so silly? Aren't they so freaking silly? And also the arrows too. Like you can only go down this aisle in this direction. I'm like, okay, what if that doesn't align with the trajectory of where I'm going for groceries? Like I need to order my grocery list in a way that corresponds with the store's layout. Isn't that not like so over the top ridiculous? Like, that is obsessive. Yeah, me too, Blade. And it was like, it was so strange. Like, a small part of me was like, I'm disobeying the rules. I'm just, something's wrong. I shouldn't be doing this. But I'm like, but this doesn't make any sense. This makes no sense. Like, I need to go get that can of corn because I didn't see it walking through the aisle the first time, and I need to go back. I'm not going to go, like, you know, loop around. Yeah, it was a way to get you into every aisle. Yep, manipulation. Timing for COVID to start the month after my grandmother passed, and I was just in shambles. Absolutely, you know, because that isolation just absolutely destroys people. It's so much for me trying to get a sketch in. It's just gonna be this one. But it looked nice. It's a nice one. Oh, I did not even... Okay, hold on a second here. I ain't done with this. Hold on. Okay, there. One little line. One little lack of color on that line really messed me up. Okay, add glow. And make it this color. Oh, for sure, Blade. And that was the most uncomfortable like medical test I have ever had. And I've gone in for checkups. For, you know, for things. And that's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever experienced. Like, I don't think I've ever like felt something that go like that far up my nasal cavity before. I was like hacking and coughing and yeah. Myself one time I captured someone's fart and yelled at him with his mask holding it, someone sparkles my face and bust out laughing. Oh my gosh, Spec. Yeah, that would make me laugh too, honestly. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be very uncomfortable, Wolf. Yeah. Super uncomfortable. And even that was affection my brother's funeral. My thought was, you arrest me. I was a dick the entire time. I mean, honestly, like, I think that's understandable. You know? Completely understandable. I ended up getting those mesh masks because I couldn't freaking breathe. And they were just dark enough that people thought I was, oh, you're just wearing a black mask. I'm like, yeah, until you get a little closer and then you can see that it's like somewhat see-through. I was just so tired of it. I still have them. COVID, we had to attend our funeral wearing masks. Like, what the hell? And that's the thing too, is that the masks, they really lessened the emotions that you could see on someone's face. I think it influenced people to not like emotionally connect as much to people. Also, when I couldn't, okay, so after I was fired from the retirement home, I had a job for, like, I swear, this is the shortest amount of time that I've spent at a job site. 3 days. I had a cabinet building place for 3 days. Just was not the place for me. I ended up like throwing out my back. Now, the people that I was surrounded by, their primary language was not English. It was Spanish. And we were all wearing masks. And this is a very loud environment because you've got people, you know, like using saws to cut things, cut pieces of cabinets. You've got people spray painting things. And like I had to ask several times, like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Like, I don't understand how to read these codes, you know, to, you know, like separate these pieces of cabinets, you know, and what goes where and whatever, right? And I'm trying to ask them like for help of like, hey, what am I supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to differentiate here? Couldn't hear anybody. Couldn't see their mouths moving, so I could like read lips, nothing. It was hell. It was hell. It was super hot. I couldn't breathe. Terrible, terrible. It didn't help either that the guy that was administering the orientation at the beginning had told us that like, yeah, about like half of you aren't gonna make it, like, you know, through the day. Like half of you are gonna end up like walking out of here. I was like, well, that's really encouraging. Thanks. That's great. Thank you. So yeah. I was like, this is not the place for me. So I gave it a shot. I tried. Yeah. The environment was not conducive to my success. It sounds like I worked where you do now. It was called, oh my gosh, what the heck was it called? Hold on. I don't live anywhere near this place anymore, so I'm not worried about any of that. But let me see. I don't think it's the exact same place, but maybe it's like a similar location, or a similar type of, not location, but a similar type of industry. Let me see. Let me go all the way over here. Let's see. Where is... Independence? There's the dispensary. Where is that? Is it right there? Cabinet Works Group is what it was, is still called. So Cabinet Works Group. I worked there for 3 days and I was like, nope, this isn't the place for me. My back hurts. I can't understand a single person here. It's really loud. It's really hot. I can't breathe. Oh man, their freaking reviews on Google, they got like a 2 out of 5 stars. Oh man, what the heck? Why? Let me see. Schuler brand cabinets made by Cabinet Works Group and sold at Lowe's. Seriously defective. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm reading reviews. It's 11:30. I'm reading freaking reviews. Do not load or do business here. They will dump a bucket of sand in your trailer to make their job easier, and then you will lose 2 days of work. One day to deliver and wash out trailer, and then if you're lucky, and this happens in summer, a day on drying the trailer out. Oh my gosh. Selfish creeps. Oh my goodness. Horrible place, damaged cabinets, trash experience. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Good thing I didn't stay there for very long. See, like none of us had a good experience during the pandemic with employment. If you were employed. Or to cement plant one time, and the particulate material was so small it would go through N95 mask. Oh no! Into your mouth will get chocolatey due to dust. That's terrible. That's like, ugh. Good grief. I was in Walmart with my dad one day and I was wearing this white heavy duty ass mask, and we were shopping. The string irritated the skin on the back of my ear. That happened a lot with me too. Like the elastics were like too tight, or the material was like just really irritating to my skin. Yeah. If you can smell it through the mask, it's not going to filter out a virus. For sure. Exactly. I did luck out, Blade. Yep, I did. She's offered to make all the cabinets for us. Oh, sure. Sure he did. With it builds a ton of stuff for data centers and government. I work in the cushy section. Somewhat cushy. I fabricate, build, and wire fire systems. My building is English. Oh, that's a plus. That's a plus. Makes communicating a breeze. Hopefully. Sometimes people can be difficult, so I say hopefully. It's half Spanish speaking speakers on most of the campus. Ah, I gotcha. I mean, like, if they put in an effort to communicate, you know, that's a plus. That's a bonus, you know. The people that I had worked around, like, there was like no attempt at trying to communicate instructions or they're trying to tell me like, oh no, this is what this code means, or you know, whatever. Like, it's like I would ask a question and then they'd just like stare and then turn around. I was like, okay. My heat was acting up and it was irritating the ear on my cheek, and I wanted to take myself so bad. Told me that something's wrong, we gotta go. Yeah, yeah. And good on you for advocating that. Not just, you know, putting up with it. Just dealing with it. time over my heat rash started acting up when I was in one of the most public places I could be in. Yeah, bad timing. For none of them actually know the code on electric. I don't know what the code is on cabinets. Yeah, this was like color codes, what like brand it was, what like finish it needed. It was the other part of it too is that if you messed up a piece, they would have to redo that entire piece. Like if you were new and you're like, oh, okay, I think that this code means this, and then you end up like spray painting it the wrong color, well, now that piece needs to be completely redone. So, you know, no pressure or anything. Man, the shading on this tail is so nice. Did I do that over here? I don't think I did. Let me just put that in. Jim, why call it that? Because this is Jim, not Jim with a G. Gim. A Gim. No, I feel you there, Yusai. I feel you. It's like a giraffe and graph. Here's a graph of giraffe. Ah, jeez. English is weird. English is very bizarre. I am happy that I learned it at a young age and not later on in life, because that would have been hell. Someone is flying their plane very late at night. Okay. This one's done. As much as I could go into more detail with it, it's done. It's done. Now this horse is named. Well, I have my own name for it in my stable, but the breed is called Kyria. I think that's how you say it, Kyria. Let me write it out. Make sure my stabilizer's off. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to export this time lapse. It's like live and live. Yep. Exactly. There, and there. Stop, Spank. You're gonna confuse people. Okay, we will do the 30-second one. Here we go, exporting. Give it a second. Give it a sec to export the time lapse here. Combining all of my pen strokes into a video. Okay, we're gonna label that Kyria time lapse. All right. And now hide that. And now with my limited amount of time that I have, I'm gonna start another one. Yeah. Someone leaves the leaves outside. The tree leaves leaves its leaves on the ground. That's always so confusing for people. Am I? Okay, the time lapse is still going. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Why not just say leaves? Because plural, singular rules. Gooses and geeses. This horse does not have any, at least in the dragon form, it doesn't have any ears. I'm gonna make this this body a little smaller. Oh no, bratty girl. That's terrible. Make sure you take some time for yourself and like just process all of what's happened. What a terrible time for that to happen. For sure get some rest, my goodness. Good grief. I'm gonna talk about like having a strenuous day. That's it right there. Cops that live on my block made up new nicknames for me after last night. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a that's a plus. That's a right? Mama Rambo. Yes. At least it gets your mind somewhat off of, you know, all of the happenings, you know. A little bit of a tone shift, you know. At least gives your mind a break. It caught me on. I was drinking my window with the AK. Oh my goodness! You were stacked and loaded and ready. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. That dude stepped away from his house. I was taking him out. Yep. Oh, yeah. Because not only are you protecting yourself and everyone in your house, but also everyone in your neighborhood, on that block, on that street. Look at movie last of Ellen Cole. Okay. I don't know what it's about. John Whitgram. That sounds awesome. An old ex-KGB woman with oxygen shake that smokes. Oh my goodness. Very based. You should apply to guard the governor. That would be awesome. Oh my goodness. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha there, ratty girl. Ah, gotcha. I think it's got its moments. Okay, this one. Let me close down this image here. It's gonna end up being midnight here soon, but it has a dragon tail instead of a horse tail. In the quietest little area around here, almost all the PD lives right around me. Oh my goodness! So this neighbor dude really was not aware or wasn't thinking at all of the circumstances that he'd be putting himself in by doing that he had put himself in. Good grief. What an idiot. Right now and Camp Cop Wars. Yeah, man, like surrounded. Just naturally surrounded. Had to choose last night when they were mostly all working to do that. Oh, so I mean, was that just like it just happened to be that way, or do you think he planned it that way? I mean, it's all speculation at this point, but yeah, should we live by the sword, die by the sword situation? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, don't have with Bratty Girl. She is an armed lady. Okay, I am gonna save this. I think he just lost it. Yeah. That's what it sounds like to me too, from what you've described. Just lost it. Alrighty guys, I am gonna head on out here. This is the end of the stream. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. I do have another stream coming up tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you want to join me then, we're gonna go back to Horsey Game because I've done some reading on things that I should do. Not spoilers or anything, but just some helpful tips and tricks. So I hope that you guys will join me again tomorrow while we explore some more mechanics of the Horsey game. So once again, thank you very much for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate ya. Okay, I think I'll move over to here. And this is where I will be plugging my links, okay? I think that's what I will do with this scene here. Okay. If you want to see more of my artwork, feel free to check out my gallery link. Gonna be posted there in the chat momentarily. Check that out if you want to see some more of my digital artwork. If you want to give me a follow over on the Twitters, feel free to do so. I post the stream link after the streams have ended, so if you ever want to watch a replay, feel free to follow me over there. Stay awake long enough. I crashed out before Horsey Game last week. I hope that you're able to stay awake long enough as well. It's a pretty fun game. It's very funny. Sometimes it's very cursed too. I'm just like, what in the world is happening? This horse has no functioning legs. Oh my gosh. I do have a Ko-Fi if you guys want to support me over there on my Ko-Fis. I have some freebie art bases and models for PNGTuber Plus. If you want to get into doing streaming and your own video making and you don't want to use a webcam, feel free to check those out there. That's also where I host my commissions. But if you want some more information on those, if you want some personalized artwork, feel free to check out my commission information website. All of those links are posted in the chat there for you guys to enjoy. I hopefully will see you guys again tomorrow. Again, 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. We gotta play some more Horsey Game. Until then, stay vibing and stay creative, guys. Bye-bye!